Good morning and welcome to Grace Hollow. I'm PJ and today I'm going to take you through and show you all the grow outs. And I forgot my note card. I actually wrote down how old all the babies are. So I'll run, get my note card, and we'll go take a look at the grow outs. All right, first up we have the 4 kits out of Memphis. And these guys, can you believe they are 11 weeks old now? Yes, 11 weeks old. They're all doing very well. They're eating and getting warm. We have 2 bucks and 2 does. The one doe right now, this broken doe, I think I might hang on to her. The other broken is a heavy buck. He's got a nice body type on him and a real deep color. I'm really liking this guy. Unfortunately, I don't need another buck. So, him and the pair of reds will be available, well, next week. So, if you're looking for some reds, I've got a red buck and a red doe, and then that heavy broken buck there. Alright, and next to those guys is Nellie's. This is the last one. It's out of Nellie and Ogden. He's a white buck, 13 weeks old, and he's the last of the litter. All the others have been sold, and actually this one was supposed to have a new home, but he had come down with bloat. I had treated him with ARBA and managed to save him, but he's made a full recovery and he's eating well. In fact, he's gaining weight really fast now that he doesn't have to share with his brothers and sisters. So this guy's going to be looking for a new home pretty soon as well. I'm going to give him a couple more weeks in quarantine just to make sure he's fully recovered. So if you're looking for a white buck, and then we have this broken and that broken, and these are out of Biggers and Jasper. So these guys are going to carry the blue gene, or the dilute gene. I always say blue because they work with blues, but it's dilute, and they will both carry dilute. And they are also 13 weeks old. Look at this fella. Isn't that one a good looking one? I'm watching this one. I like that one. Yes, I do. And this one says hello. Alright, and here are the 2 does out of Biggers and Jasper. We still have that broken doe. And then we have this one here. This is a granddaughter out of Ink. And so I've been hanging on to this young lady. She was looking very promising. And then she lost a little weight and got a little thin. So now she's starting to eat again. And hopefully, I was really worried, you know, being a Charlie and my luck with Charlies. I was concerned when she went off feed, but she's doing well now. And now she's 13 weeks old. So I'm hoping maybe we have a good Charlie. Alright, and here we have Zion's little buck and doe. And I love that doe. The bigger she gets, the more impressed I am with her. So I think she's going to be hanging around. I would really like to show this lady. I wanted to take her to Wichita, but she was still just a few ounces too shy. So I'm hoping she was a hearty eater this week. And if she meets weight, she'll go to Canton with me this weekend. I really like this doe. Of course, she's really young, so she won't offer any real competition. But she can get used to traveling and being handled by other people. So let's cross our fingers that she meets weight. And if she does, she'll go. And if not, come this fall, we'll show her this fall. Alright, and then here we have 3 black bucks out of Everlong and Mumford. Wasn't all the blacks? Maybe there was one doe. I can't remember if their doe was broken or black. think there might have been one black doe. So, anyway, oh, Zion's babies are, I forgot to tell you, they're 11 weeks old. And this is Everlong and Mumford, and they're also 11 weeks. These, as far as I know, will not be a dilute carrier. So I probably won't keep any of them. There was 4 bucks, or 4 blacks, and one has gone to a new home over in Kansas. So this is what's left. And this are the 3 brokens that are out of Everlong and Mumford. They're, of course, also 11 weeks old. And man, these guys are just, look at the markings on these. Beautiful, beautiful kits here. Beautiful kits. Lovely. And they're growing out so nicely. All right, and here is 4 of Everlong's, or I'm sorry, the Queen. And I forget which ones are bucks and does, but these are the Queens and Blue Boys, that big blue buck from Oklahoma. These guys are, man, I got mosquitoes. We have a storm coming in, and the mosquitoes are bad right now. And they're biting the far out of me because the storm has them irritated. Anyway, these are out of the Queen and Blue Boy. So all of these are going to be dilute carriers, and they're 9 weeks old. Now, these guys are 9 weeks old. So here in another 2 or 3 weeks, these guys are going to be available. And I do plan on keeping at least 1 doe out of this litter. The last 3 out of the Queen and Blue Boy. And again, they're 9 weeks old, and they too will be dilute carriers. And you know, this litter has just done very well. This was the Queen's first litter. She kindled 8, and we lost 1. Well, it was in the nest box. I don't remember how old it was. Boy, I really like this one. This one in the middle. Well, it quit. It was sitting down posed, and I liked it. Anyway, we'll have to watch them grow out. And here is the last young buck out of Nebo and Ozark. And he's turning out to be pretty nice. I love the coloring on this guy. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but he's actually a really deep, rich red, and I just really love his color. And this guy he's getting on up in age. Yeah, he's like 16 weeks now. So, you know, he's doing pretty good. And then here is, I believe it's Madison's. And let me look at my notes. No, it's not Madison. This would be 1 doe out of Memphis and Bazooka Joe. I'm growing her out to see how she turns out. So far, she's doing okay. And she's just a youngster. She's still only 11 weeks old. And so we'll see how she turns out. All right, and here are the 2 bucks out of Ink and Avoca. And I have decided which buck I'm going to keep. I showed this spring, I'll show this weekend. And then I have decided which one I wanted to keep to show for this fall. And so if you, I know I had a lot of people asking, but if you wanted a buck out of Ink and Avoca, this guy right here is the one that I'm going to let go of, and he's turning out pretty promising, although he's having a pretty rough hair day right now. This storm has really got him irritated, and the humidity is making his fur frizzle out, but this one's going to be the one available. A nice little buck. I got good comments out of both of these guys last weekend. Unfortunately, I just can't keep them both because I have all these blues and broken blues in the nest box, and so I have to make room to keep some of those. But you know, that's just how it goes. You can't keep the does out of Ink and Avoca. Let me see if I can get this one to back up so you can see her. There you go. Yeah, there you go. There they are. Alright, and again, I've made my choice on these two does. I'm keeping one, and the other one is now available. So if you would like a doe out of Ink and Avoca, these guys, you know, they, as youngsters, they were known as the convicts. Everyone loved this litter. So here we are. We got one buck and one doe out of that litter available. Alright, and then we have a little doe out of Mina and Jasper. This is another black doe that I've been watching. I've liked her, and so I'm kind of watching her grow out. And she is 13 weeks. Looking good. Alright, oh, no, we can't cross here. And then, of course, here we have Daisy and Jasper's two, of one buck, one doe. And I'm going to have to get these guys divided up, actually, because they're getting on up in age at 13 weeks. Yes, so they should have been separated last week. So I guess I'll be looking for a empty hole for one of these fellas. That way I can get them divided up. You know what? I can put the doe over with Mina's doe. That's what I can do. So anyway, both of these I'm keeping. And wow, this one has really been pulling the fur, hasn't it? I bet that's the doe and the buck's harassing her. Yeah, I bet that's what's going on. So I was hoping to show these guys, but I'm going to have to let some fur grow back. Alright, and then here's the little blue doe that I brought home from Illinois. She's the younger of the two. Looking very good, looking promising. I'm really liking her. And then here's the older blue doe that I brought home from Illinois, and I really like this lady. She's filling in pretty nicely so far. I would like to see a little bit more width, but you know, I can breed her to Dave or Cash, and either of those bucks will take care of that. Alright, and look here. Can you believe these are the orphans? These are Madison's orphans. They've been on their own since they were just about 3 weeks old. That first few days, we lost 2. Madison had 8 kids. She orphaned 8. And the first few days, we lost 2. They just didn't survive without Mom. And then we have these 6 that's left. And they're thriving and doing well. They're looking good, looking healthy. And they're eating. Oh man, they're eating a ton. And I had to give them extra water because they drink tons. But they're just growing up and doing very good. So, you know, if they're orphaned at 3 weeks old, guys, they can make it on their own. And these guys are 8 weeks old now. So, you know, give them another 2 or 3 weeks and they'll be ready for new homes. And I'm hoping maybe a nice broken doe in there that I can keep. We'll wean them pretty soon. Oh, well, we don't have to wean them because you know they're already weaned, but we'll go through and sex them and get weights on them pretty soon. They're not growing as fast as they normally would, and I imagine that's because they didn't grow up on Mom's milk. But, you know, they'll catch up. They just had a late start because Mom, you know, died on her. So, but anyway, that's the orphans. Aren't they doing beautifully? Right. And last but not least, here are the mini Rex. This is Aries' litter. She's got, 5? She's got the 3 Harlequins, the 1 red, and then this one here. I just call it a light colored Harlequin. But you can see it has a little blue or light black. Just a little on the face and a little on the belly. I thought it might have been a tort, but I don't think so. I think it's just a lightly marked Harlequin. So, anyway, here's Penny's litter. They're getting all grown up. We got the white buck, And then right here we have the blue fawn try, and you could barely make out his face there. He's hiding behind sister. And then we have the blue fawn harlequin, and these two fellas I'm going to hang on to, the blue and fawn buck and doe. I'm going to hang on to those. And then the last one is the dark harlequin. If we can get her to turn around and look at us. Hello, there she is. What a beauty. She will be available, and so's the white buck. Alright guys, there we have it. We have a lot of babies in the grow-out pens, and as you all know, a lot of those are bucks, especially the blacks. We have a ton of black bucks out there. You know, if you're in the market, and then we have Memphis's red and brokens that's coming up. We've got a lot of them that's, you know, looking for new homes now. And man, the mosquitoes are just nuts. They're chewing me up. This is a bad day to be out in the barn. The storm has just got everything acting crazy today, including me. Anyway, thanks for watching, and until we speak again, God bless.